the story is told. 5 silhouettes. Walking along a well-traveled road. A few of them being pulled in a donkey-driven cart. A few dogs playfully and joyfully run around the cart as it makes its way down the road. As we zoom in a little bit closer to our traveling companions, we see what appears to be some sort of knight, clad in heavy armor. Seems to jingle and jangle every time he takes a step. Belthus, will you introduce yourself to the stream and give the viewers an idea of what Belthus looks like?
Absolutely, Michael. So, this form, that we're describing here, clad head to toe in armor, great helm, plate mail, a shield. The armor looks well cared for, but also beaten and dented, like it's been through a lot of wear and tear and damage. But again, still care paid to it. Nothing resembling any sort of banner or symbol. It's just basically armor and the padding that goes along with it. The figure inside, a wiry elf of adult age with long dark hair and violet eyes, who would be, moving along, carrying himself with a certain predatory weight.
Is Belthus kind of up front leading the way a little bit, or would he be...
Absolutely. Would be at the head, keeping his eyes out for danger.
Okay, great. As we scan back a little bit, we can see another figure hidden beneath a thick green cloak with a large cowl above his head. Conry, will you go ahead and introduce your character for us?
So Conry is a wolfkin, a brown fur, rolled green eyes. He would be following behind Beltis. Not foolhardy. He's young, so he doesn't really understand that the world could be dangerous. He thinks that he's on top of the world. Very courageous, reckless.
Thanks for the dono.
Hey, thanks for the donation. All right. So, as the camera begins to pan over just slightly some more, we catch a smaller figure. And, Kelsica, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character for us?
Kelsica is a young halfling female with green hair, and she's constantly playing with this chain around her neck as she sits in the cart, looking everywhere, just very easily distracted, but keeping an eye on her friends. She likes to keep her hood up a lot when they're in towns, but since they're on the road, it's down, so her green hair kind of stands out in the sunlight a bit, and she's just enjoying the calm for a moment, which is rare for her. She's normally not this settled, but she's looking for something fun to do soon, getting a little antsy in her seat.
So is Kelsica aboard the cart?
Yep.
Okay.
Sit in the cart.
Got it. So and immediately we pan over to the individual who seems to be driving this cart. We see a duck-billed friend. Geyer, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character?
Yeah.
You're
So-
muted. Oh, there you go.
I'm taking a breath, man. Give me a second.
I can't tell if you're talking or not with that thing on.
So,
No.
Geyer is an elderly, used to be a very bright green mallard kid. His feathers have sort of dulled a little bit. Big bristling beard underneath his bill, sort of heavy set middle section. And sitting beside Yazga, just trying to ignore the world. Every once in a while, reaching up and just sort of playing with a coin pouch that he wears around his neck. One hand reaches down and just pets his small white dog, River's head. His larger dog, Lucy, walking beside the mule.
Excellent.
Every once in a while, a shifty look back at someone you've yet to meet. Just a little bit of a side eye.
Yeah, and as you look over there, we pan over to a mysterious figure. As we pan into to view Tinnumeril, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character?
So Tinnumeril is an adult elf. Her family name comes from their dark features. She has long black raven hair that she wears down to her waist. She dresses mostly in dark black clothes, leathers, furs, feathers, that sort of thing. She is pale and has dark eyes that at time kind of reflect light from a sort of like candlelight look within them. And she has around her neck a necklace that looks like it is made from finger bones. And at her waist, she has in a leather hilt a crystalline blade that has sort of like an iridescent sheen to it,
Awesome.
both in the hilt and the blade itself.
Awesome. So all of you have recently stumbled upon one another on your way to a place, a fabled place called the Misty Vale. According to legend, this valley once was the heart of a powerful dragon-worshipping empire. But this great civilization fell into ruin, and the valley ended up being overrun by orcs. Strangely enough, within the last 10 years or so, the orcs have been retreating the valley, and people began to resettle this area. And rumor has got around, just outside of the Misty Vale, that there is great wealth, great treasure, and great honor that could possibly be bestowed for people re-entering the region to inhabit it once more, to explore, to delve, and to discover some of the mysteries that possibly could have been left behind. They call it the Misty Vale because this seemingly impenetrable haze that kind of often lies thick in some areas. You guys would have all heard the rumors of this. It's a region that lies between mountain ranges. The Kummer Mountains to the south, and the Dragonfang Peaks to the north. And as you guys are traveling the trail, you can see remnants of old cobblestones that once made a road onto the path that you guys are traveling on. You guys have just made your way kind of into the Kummer Mountains to the south, traveling north into this region. As you're doing so, Tinnumeril, as you're walking, we kind of have this flashback. It's of you, standing in the company of your grandmother, who of your tribe, your clan, which do you prefer? Tribe, clan? Do you have a preference? You're muted. There you
Either
go.
works.
Yeah.
Like, every time I tried to click it, my window kept moving.
You're all good. What do you prefer? Tribe, clan?
Interchangeable.
It just doesn't matter. Okay, gotcha. But we catch a scene of you and your grandmother, probably in her. And I want you to help me tell this story a little bit because I'm not really sure. So, your tribe, your clan, where do they live? Like, what kind of housing do they have? Like, where do they live? In the mountains? Do they live like in caves?
Yep.
Okay,
So
okay.
she is from a mountain clan of elves, primarily live in caves,
Mhm.
and sort of travel in between, the mountains through the like recesses in the mountain that you kind of can't really see if you're walking like above.
Mhm.
Very cavernous, rocky area. Not too much growth, but there are some things growing between.
I'm hoping that stream didn't just hear that in the background of my house.
I didn't hear it, so
Good. My kids. Anyway, so great. So we've established that. So, in the company of your grandmother, if she would call to speak to you, where would you two kind of meet together to have just a conversation together?
there'd be probably a few places. Either her sort of cavern area where she has all of her tinctures and her fire. She's a healer,
Mm-hmm.
a shaman type, or perhaps outside under the full moon
Oh, I like that. I
on
like
a
that.
misty
We-
mountain
Yeah, let's do that.
landscape.
We'll do Misty Mountain landscape beneath the full moon. You meet with her. She's kind of gazing up there. You could see the light of the moon kind of reflecting off of her face as you approach. And elves, they can live a very long time, and not often do they really show that much age. So even though she's your grandmother, she is, I mean, she looks older, but not withering old woman kind of style, but she looks back at you and is like, I'm so glad that you would take time to meet with me, Tinnumeril. I just wanted to tell you how proud it is that I am of the young woman that you've become. One day, you will be the one that the tribe looks to for guidance and direction. Yes, one day you will be the one. How have you been feeling?
Well, of course I take the time to speak with you. And lately my visions they've been troubling me, and
Really? What visions have been troubling you?
an overcoming darkness and feeling of dread. I feel so sick after, and weak and fatigued. Like I can't even get my strength. I don't know how long it lasts for sometimes. Seems like a whole night might be wasted in this just vision of death and despair.
Oh, yes, well. And she appears up to the moon once again. And she's, I've seen many of the same things at various points and stages of my life.
Is it our tribe?
Hard to say. Fate is a Fate and destiny is a very tricky thing. But I do believe that you are of the age where a opportunity has come across you, where you, I believe, are being led out of the tribe for a vision quest.
Led out of the tribe, but I should stay here so I could protect us and see what's to come.
It may seem like the right thing to do, but you see, these visions call us out of our comfort zone. What's your troubles, your fears, your cold sweats at night? That's what calls you. You see, if we stay in one place, we can't grow. If we stay in one place, we can't learn from the world around us. We stay stagnant.
Did you have to leave when you were younger?
Oh, yes. Yes, my dear. Yes, I had. Mm-hmm. Every great seer of the tribe has had to go through a vision quest. At one point or another. Some multiples.
If you feel that's what I need to do with these visions, then I guess I'll have to go. I don't want to leave you behind, though.
Oh, she puts her arm around you. She's like, oh, don't fret, my dear. I've been doing this a very long time. You don't have to worry about me. You don't have to worry about us. Adventure awaits you, Tinnumeril, and I think you will find it rather enjoyable. But I must caution you. It won't be without hardship. It won't be without struggle. Opposition oftentimes will stand in your way. But stay true to your vision. The fates guide you. And they will guide you in the direction that you need to go. And she also...
All right, I trust in you, grandmother.
And she also says, as she's starting to walk away, she says, one last thing. I've had a few visions as well recently. And I just want to tell you that you may come across some individuals that you may feel that aren't on the same path as you within your vision quest. But I wanted to tell you that you won't be able to do this on your own. And the fates will send you some individuals that you might not necessarily believe that can aid you. But they can. And perhaps more so, you aid them.
And you've seen this? Will I have to be around people who aren't from our culture and humans?
Unfortunately, yes, my dear. It's part of the growing process. I know it's a struggle. It was a struggle for me as well.
I just have never interacted with anyone outside of our culture and outside of elves.
Hopefully you don't ever have to come across the mallard. They're so angry all the time.
Well, I'll try to be open-minded on who comes across my path.
Look at you. Ready to go on your vision quest. Oh, just so thrilled. Now off with you. Get prepared. Lots to do before you leave.
Yes, grandmother.
And then we fade out of that scene with Tinnumeril and her grandmother to the rest of you adventuring around. At this point, what I'd like to do while you guys are traveling on the road is I'd like to take a back seat and I want to be a fly on the wall to a couple of your conversations as you travel. So anybody at any time, if you want to go ahead and take a scene or start a conversation with a couple of the other characters, I'm just going to back up. I want to let you guys go for a little bit. Don't everybody all chime in at once.
So during that flashback, I imagine she's just like gazing off into the distance. I would look at Beltis and say, she always went out like that.
I've seen her get that look a few times, kind of spacing out a little. Well done the other day with the egg.
I nearly fell off the tree.
Yet here you stand.
I don't think anybody would ever believe me back in my home village. Wolves don't really hang out in trees.
I imagine that's the case. Sir Wolfkin, where is your village?
My village?
Yeah, whereabouts? What was it like?
We're very, very simple folk. We try to live off the earth and try not to go too close to metal stuff. We very simple people. The way that Mother Nature would prefer it.
Simple is good and nature is beautiful.
Yeah. And he's just kind of staring at your metal armor. Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
As Geyer is watching the two of them sort of talking and seeing Connery sort of glance back over, he's going to take a quick glance and see that same sort of spaced out look in her face and look over at Calcica. That one gives me the creeps a little bit. I'm wondering how much you think we can get for the armor if the big one goes down?
Calcica's like takes a look at both of them, and she's just, Geyer, come on, they've been nice so far. I mean, could probably get a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be pretty cool. But do you really think we can take them down? I don't think Connery would back us on this. He seems pretty chill.
But you remember what that woman in the tree said before Easel left? It was elf magic that took my dogs.
But it wasn't maybe that elf's magic. We don't know who did it.
We need
Yeah,
more
elf
information.
magic. She starts to pay attention to you two.
Calcica's like sitting next to Geyer, and her little halfling feet are swinging. She looks so childlike next to him. She's just like, I mean, how about we just do some digging? And in the next town, I promise to steal you something really cool. And we'll keep building our money up so we can get our own shop one day.
Guys, sort of sits back. Living the dream.
And if we can't, then we'll take the armor.
Tinnumeril ignores all of that. And she asks Geyer, what was this about elf magic and your dog?
Well, Calcica goes under the seat.
You could see Geyer sort of literally just turns back like, crap, she's listening.
Calcica calls from under the seat. I think their ears make them really good at hearing. She goes back under the seat.
I imagine while you guys were having that conversation, this little like thought cloud like appeared next to Geyer. It had him like swimming around all this gold like Scrooge McDuck. And And then all
Yeah,
of a
our-
sudden,
our-
like,
our
then all of a
shop
sudden
is
that
just
cloud just like dissipates, and then Tinnumeril's face just bolts in there and says, "What about this elf magic?"
The shop is just a front for that scene for Geyer.
That's it.
It's just a scene. It's just a front.
If you walk through the back where the merchandise is, no, it's just a giant pool of gold.
That's it. Yep.
Lots of traps.
Less talking, more walking. Come on.
Yeah, you guys look ahead. Belthus is kind of leading the way, and he's getting a little bit ahead of you guys, walking with Connery as you guys are. The donkey is slowing down a little bit with all the conversation going on.
Their legs are too long.
Seeing that, Geyer is just going to completely ignore Tinnumeril's question and just.
Kalsika, realizing he's ignoring her, and even though she's not sure yet how she feels because Geyer's been her friend the longest, she's gonna move to the back of the cart near Tinnumeril. I can't say your name yet. It's gonna take me a minute.
Tinnumeril.
Tinnumeril and go Tinny. Yeah, there was a mean tree, and it was apparently cursed, and we got a weird, interaction with our friend who left us, and then, Lucy and River were grabbed by the tree, and we had to fight it, and a bunch of other things, and it wasn't very fun, and we were told it was elf magic, and I don't think that magic feels so comfy right now for Mr. Geyer. But it's okay, because, well, I don't know. I just think it'll be okay. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Like druid magic than elf magic to me. If it has to do with the tree grabbing people, what makes you think this was elf magic?
The lady who was cursed told us that it was dark elf magic. So
What was
since she was
about her?
Let's just say she didn't look as pretty. Casca's not good at explaining things. She's too scatterbrained for everything.
Well, I do know a thing or two about elf magic, so if you ever want to find more out about the curse or what happened, I may be able to help figure it out.
Casca thinks about the thing that they got that only Geyer knows from that adventure and doesn't say anything. She goes, yeah, we'll talk about it. I think we just need to get off the road. I'll be less cranky when we're, sitting down somewhere getting some good food.
We could hunt.
Hunting?
Last time we went hunting, didn't you go after something that kind of looked like Geyer and it didn't turn out, so I don't think we should do that again.
Might taste good, you never know.
Casca scrambles to the front. She feels very uncomfortable.
At that moment, I believe that Belthus and Connery, since you guys were up a little bit ahead, would be the first to notice this. But as you guys are traveling through this pass within the Kummer Mountains, this ancient and narrow pass seems to run through the mountains kind of like a gash of an axe, or like the scar of a blade that runs through the mountains. Steep, moss-covered slopes rise to snow-laden peaks that can occasionally be glimpsed through the veils of cloud. Somewhere ahead lies the Misty Vale, the legendary place where the empires of old stored their wealth and magical artifacts. It is the rumor that these treasures has brought you here, the vast riches and the arcane secrets hidden among the ruins on the other side of the mountains. And you, not the first to be lured by such temptations. Since the orcs started leaving the area about a decade ago, a growing stream of settlers and adventurers have made their way to the Misty Vale. But you know the way is treacherous and fraught with peril. The old imperial roads have crumbled, and the mountains are teeming with danger. The Drakmar Pass, where you now find yourself, is particularly infamous, The dwarves of the Kummer Mountains have warned that the humans' return has attracted brigands and ravenous beasts to the area. Your fears come true when you suddenly hear a disconcerting whimper. You see a figure lying in the middle of the rocky trail, only 20 or so meters ahead of you. The figure is wearing a simple gray robe and clutching a dark
Thanks for the
bundle.
dono.
Hey, thanks for the donation. Clutching a dark bundle to his chest. As the whimper turns into a rattling wheeze, you realize this person is gravely wounded. What do you do?
Wolfkin!
Outstretch one arm. A willpower. Bird song.
You cut out. You're cutting out on us for some reason.
Oh, sorry.
No, there you go.
Probably got too far from the microphone.
There you go.
Outstretch an arm and cast bird song, where all birds start singing a song around me, granting me a boon awareness.
Boon on awareness? Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Sir Wolfkin, looks like someone in trouble up there.
It does indeed, but as nature will tell you, I'm a trap. Send the duck in.
Does he have? I mean, it looks like the person ahead is wounded.
You
Mallard
guys are hearing the squeak of the cart approaching behind you.
Oh.
How far ahead is this?
I think he said like.
Oh,
I think he said 20 meters.
About 20
give or take.
meters. Yep.
I'll kind of turn back and start gesturing to the cart like something ahead.
Okay.
That's why we have you up front. Just move it. Is it? I can't see that.
All right, Sir Mallard. I'm on it. I will start heading over towards this figure.
Okay. You head over
I'll see
too.
you.
Okay, Connery's going too.
Yep, I'll follow
Alright.
you.
I'm gonna
Let me know
look
if you
at
notice.
the sides of the road just because I don't know. This feels.
Okay. You're looking.
There's
towards
just
the
something in
sides
the
of
road, and I don't know where it came from.
Sure. Tinnumeril, what are you doing? Tinnumeril, did you have anything in particular that you wanted to do here, or?
I'll hang back. Yeah, I'll let everybody else investigate for right now.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if I should sense magic. Am I close enough to be able to?
Good question. Does your spell go into detail
Mine
about?
have yeah, it says you can sense whether the place you are in
Okay.
or an item you are holding is affected by magic, and if so, what kind?
Interesting. The place
I don't
that
know.
you're in. Yeah. I would say you'd for this instance, since where you're kind of outside and you're not in like
Yeah, that's
like a
what I
chamber or
thought.
some kind of location, you'd probably have to be a little bit closer to do that. But
Yeah,
you could.
it's big or
Yeah.
road.
Yeah. I mean, that's a little that rule is a little bit. I think it's more designed for like if you're in like a magical chamber or something like that or something. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Ooh. But yeah,
I'll
so
just hang back.
just hang back with Kalsika and Geyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Geyer is not stopping the cart. He's just
Okay, it's just moving about.
ran ahead and he ran up to move whatever that pile is. So Geyer's just going to keep riding up unless he has.
Geyer's got to go from A to B, and he ain't stopping. He's going to B.
I'm going to where the
What
money is.
time of day are we talking?
Probably late afternoon.
You know,
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So not quite evening, but you approach Balthus and Connery, and you can see as you get a little bit closer, like you don't even have to make a roll to see this. There is like a black arrow sticking out of this individual's right thigh. And they're breathing, but they're breathing kind of slow but heavy breaths. And you can hear kind of like death rattle.
Have we recognized any of these kinds of black arrows before in our recent travels?
You would know that this is probably a poisoned goblin arrow. So this guy's he's on his deathbed.
I'll signal danger back to the cart.
And
My hand on top of Geyer's, on top of the reins, and just go, I don't think it's just something to move anymore, Mr. Geyer.
Guy's gonna stop the wagon and get Lucy up and inside the cart with River now. Take care of the dogs.
You got it.
And then start looking around, seeing if.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I attempt to approach closer with a stealthy roll.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. You can roll your skill.
While this is going on, I'm going to reach down and to my scabbard. And I have two scabbards. One of them has a sword, one of them is empty. I'm going to pull it out. Pull out my sword.
Pull a sword. Okay. A 2.
Yeah.
Very good. Successful. So, and Connery, as you're pulling out your sword, unsheathing it, Connery approaches the last few meters very quietly. You can barely hear him moving his feet along the ground. And you can see now, you start to get a glimpse of this guy's face as you pull up there. And I'm going to show you guys what he looks like. I'm going to show it to you in roll 20. That's what he looks like.
Oh.
Connery, as you approach. And I'm going to give the axe... Well, this is the part where I'm going to have to guess if our maps are in the right place. Yeah, I just got to edit my... my cams really quick for everybody who's watching, because for some reason they weren't showing up correctly whenever I was doing all my stream edits. I was close.
That was mighty impressive.
I was pretty close for just guessing. Yeah, I didn't have to change much actually. That's pretty cool. Well, most of that was luck.
Do I see anything along the sides of the road as they're looking at the man?
Why don't everyone go ahead and make, since everybody kind of said that they were looking around, everyone can you roll your against your awareness while I'm adjusting cams. And I think, Connery, you have a boon from that. There we go. Sweet.
Success.
Oh. Tinnumeril, did you roll a 20?
I just typed roll 20 and not roll.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. So you did get a 7. Okay.
And my awareness is 12.
Okay, yeah, so you succeed.
And this is also 12. I got a 9, so I'm good.
Michael got excited when he thought someone rolled 20.
I thought somebody's I thought somebody's first roll of the game was a 20.
That's weird. I just typed in, so I rolled 20. Gotta remember the E.
So That's what you see, Conrad, as you approach, and you're being really sneaky. So, and he just looks like his eyes are barely open. It looks like he's got this very pale skin and the blue kind of veins and things that you can almost like see through his face. Bad shape, real bad
Now,
shape.
could I do a healing roll to identify what is causing this man to go pale and blue? Like,
Well, before you get a chance to do that, Connery, all of a sudden, the individual, like, opens his eyes very wide, looks over his shoulder and sees you, and sits up rapidly, and looks at you, staring just wide-eyed right at you with this breathy and fading voice. He looks at you and says, "Quick! Take it! Leonardo will understand. Message from Master Weatherman. Must find all 4 pieces. Secret of the Dragon Emperor." And he falls down flat on his face as he's like reaching towards you with this large bundle that he hands and kind of almost like shoves it at you.
so I'm within range to take this item from.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said it's bundled up. It's covered up.
Yeah, it's like a thick piece of some leather or burlap that just like rolled over.
Question:
Mm-hmm.
Does the other 4 members see this transaction?
They do.
Crap. Okay. I was gonna be like, yoink. But there's no sign of whatever shot him, or what shot the arrow. Or...
Well, as you guys are looking around, those of you who succeeded in your awareness roll can see some movement coming up from a couple of rocks on the left side of the path or the road, probably about 10 meters in front of you to the left. And you start to see these small creatures start to come out onto the road. Who succeeded from the group in the back on their awareness roll? Tinnumeril did, and Kalsika. Kalsika and Tinnumeril, you hear something coming from behind you around some other stones, as it seems that something has got you pinned within the pass. And it looks like a group of goblins are coming out, drawing their short bows. And we're going to go into some combat.
Yeah.
So I'm going to first move you guys over to a new map so you guys can see where you're at. And hopefully you guys will be able to see. And I will put the other folks up here for you. Are you guys able to see the map? Yeah. I'm going to put these guys more in the place where they should be. There we go. And I'm going to change our music to something more appropriate. And I'm going to get us set for combat. One thing I love about this combat system is the initiative. So I'm going to go ahead and put us on... I'm going to... the rules say to put all the goblins on the same initiative. So they'll kind of all act the same. And... so I'll grab everybody. Actually, I'll grab that. And then I will deal out initiatives to everybody. Deal... deal cards in order. Oh wait, I gotta open the turn order first. There we go. That should work. Boom, boom.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah.
Okay, something didn't work. Try it again. This was working before, why isn't it working now?
You have to have a token selected?
I have all the tokens selected.
Oh.
Maybe, let me do this. Let me, recall everything, and I'll reshuffle it. Recall all, reshuffle. Sorry, guys. This was working like a charm last time we played. Deal. Actually, maybe I have to put...
I have a message on my screen about the turn order. I don't know if anyone else is seeing that.
No, we all see the same one where it says there aren't any tokens yet.
Yeah, and right click and control U and whatever.
Yeah, that's just the system telling us how to add them if we're not using the setup Michael has.
Oh,
Okay.
you know what? I think I do have to add them to the... Let me add them to the turn order first. Let me add... Yeah, add turn, and then let me see if it'll let me do it. That might be what it was. I think I had to add them before it will draw. There we go. That was it. Boom. Cool. Now we've got it. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot how to do it. Interesting. Oh, question. Geyer, did you succeed or fail on your awareness roll?
Oh, I failed hardcore.
You failed? Okay. So what that means is, Geyer, you actually got to go to the back.
Would he have seen Calcica start freaking out though, since she was right next to him?
Yeah. I'll let you make
Or at least
that.
tensing up?
I'll let you make that argument. We'll leave him where he is. Right, Geyer is, Calcica is tensing up. What are you going to do?
Given that I also succeeded on awareness, would it be too late to do a sneaking roll, or...
Yeah, because the goblins have already revealed themselves, so you guys are there now. So, Geyer, what do you want to do?
So, how far can I'm blanking. How far can I move?
What's on your character sheet for speed?
My movement's 10.
Your movement's 10, so 5. Every square is 2 meters, so it'd be 5 squares. Mm-hmm. Yep, still getting used to that metric.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to say Geyer has no clue about the ones behind him. Because I'm seeing Calcica freak out and I'm seeing people right in front of us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I am going to, as they're near my donkey, and it appears the big...
Oh, and if you guys want to move your tokens around to something more appropriate to where you guys were whenever this took place, you can. I just kind of had you guys all out there since I didn't know who was going to approach and stuff from beforehand,
Yeah.
so it's up to you
I would
guys.
say I was probably like right behind with...
Yeah, Connery, you were right on the body. So you were right there.
2, 4, 5, yeah. I still got enough to get this. I'm going to charge up to these two, having no idea that there's someone behind me, and pull out my knife and try to hit one of them.
All right, go for it. You can make your roll.
And that is barely under it.
Oh, you got it then. You got it. Nice. So you can roll your damage.
Okay, that's a D6 plus my damage bonus, right?
Yeah, D6 plus your damage bonus sounds right with your knife. Yep.
Hey,
7 points of damage. Now, you notice as you approach and you try to drive your knife into this goblin, as the goblin's like rushing out trying to get a shot with a short bow on you, and you just jump off the cart and run your waddle your way up there and just stab. You can see that he slightly dodges out of the way just a little bit, and you carve across some leather armor across his chest. So these guys are wearing some armor, Geyer, as you approach. Looks wounded, but is still standing in front of you.
I'll pass.
All the goblins go next. We'll start with the ones in the back. They're just going to start firing short bows out towards Tinnumeril, Kalsika, and Conry.
Rip.
Let me open this back up. Okay, so we got a short bow coming in at you guys. So we're going to roll a d20. This one against Tinnumeril. Ooh, that's probably going to hit. Yep. Then we got one against Kalsika. Let me try this again. Boom, boom, boom. Roll a d20. There it is. That one's probably going to... misses. Goes flying by Kalsika. And then one over to Conry. An 11 is going to miss. So, Tinnumeril, you did see this coming. It is an arrow. I don't know if you have a shield. You can try to dodge it. You can evade
Mike,
it.
real quick, I want to toss out. You rolled a d10 for that first roll.
Oh, I did? Oh, yeah. I missed it. Oh. Let me re-roll.
Oh.
This will be the... It missed. All three miss. Look at that. Thank you for catching that.
It was rigged.
all the arrows,
Damn it.
arrows, you can hear them. You can hear these arrows just being tossed from behind, and they just. One of them actually goes flying over Belthus's head as the arrows come zinging by. The two in the front, immediately seeing Geyer like approach and get the jump on these guys, they basically drop their short bows and pull out these little short swords. And they just start kind of getting around Geyer and just start trying to stab at him there. So here we go. A stabby stab. That's going to hit. That's going to miss. So one of the attacks is going to deal some damage. 6 points of damage. This guy is... If you're hollering pain for the stream to hear, you're muted.
Mimicry only.
Very good. So Geyer, taking that blade right across the shoulder, is wobbling back and forth, holding his wound with his knife in his hand. Bringing us to... Actually, at the end of their turn, or after their attack from back here, these goblins start to charge up. Their movement is 6. One's gonna get right up to Tinnumeril. Actually, 2 right up there. And as they're coming up, you can see they're switching, they're throwing their short bows over their shoulder and pulling out short swords. Kalsika, you're up next.
So, Kalsika was ready to follow Geyer. Like, she's very, like, on her tiptoes. She was about to follow Geyer, and then she got shot at, and then she was still about to follow Geyer because he yelled. And then these guys came up, so she's just gonna turn and go right here and attack this guy that got close.
Sure.
I'm going to use my backstabbing feature.
Oh,
So I'm going to expend 3 willpower points
got it.
to get my boon on my attack roll. And if I succeed, I get to increase my damage.
Excellent.
So I need to roll a d20 and see if I even and to roll 2 d20. See if I succeed. 17. Oh, the 13. I do succeed because my knives is a 14.
All right,
so
your 13
still
is a
hit.
Success. Good job. Yeah, it's still getting used to this roll under system. That's
Yeah, I was like,
excellent.
And so then it's I have to stare at my knife features again. So it'd be 2d8 plus my damage bonus.
That's right.
Okay. Hold while I figure out how to type everything in roll 20.
Hold while I math.
Hold while I math.
That's right.
Right, so I'm just making sure I have it right before I hit the button. Yes. Let's find out. Nope. I can't figure out d20 for the life of me, guys. Roll 20 for the life of me. Here we go. I'm gonna do it the old way. Jeez, that was
Go-
crappy.
Oh,
And then
look at that.
oh wait, and then I still have
Man,
a
wasn't
and I still
very
have
nice
a
to you.
D4. Jeez,
Whoa,
see,
what is that?
this is why I like my real dice, Michael.
Well, you can use your real dice. You don't have to roll it
I'm
on here.
trying to learn the new system, and it's not liking me.
So 4 points of damage.
Only 4 points of damage, and she's clearly upset by that as it like kind of just scrapes him.
Yeah, it's
She
You-
just
you didn't-
curses.
you didn't hit the target in the where you would feel like a fatal wound should happen. So you're kind of frustrated at yourself for that. And now you got a closer look, you can see they're wearing a little bit of armor too that protects against.
Kalska curses, and then she like flinches. Like, she's waiting for someone to yell at her and scold her for cursing, and then she realizes no one is, and she like straightens back up.
Gotcha. Conry, it's your turn.
Right. Going to which one of these two goblins surrounding Geyer was the one that successfully stabbed?
Was the one that he hurt, or?
That hurt him.
Good question. I think it was the first one, the one at the top, who's also has a terrible wound in his chest from Geyer putting a knife into it.
So I am going to move right there,
Okay.
and I am going to, after seeing Geyer take a short sword, his dramatic silence mimicry of pain, I am going to attempt to disarm that short sword so he cannot further hurt my friend.
Okay. Excellent. Gotta remember the disarming rules.
3. Age 48.
3, yeah, 3 is gonna succeed. Pose roll between you and your enemy skill level. Okay. Oh yeah, you definitely do it. So you.
And let me roll. Nope, that's not very great. Jeez, what are with these ones? So, weapon lands 1 meter away, and I get to choose the direction. I would say, I guess, my direction.
Okay, towards you, 1 meter away in your direction. Okay, basically you knock it out of his hands and immediately like sticks into the ground next to you. Like, excellent.
Oh,
He looks at his empty hands, and it holds back onto his wound from the dagger. Excellent. Belthus, it's your go.
All right. Seeing that it looks like Conry's come in to support Geyer and handle the numbers up there, Belthus is going to charge down toward the ones that have moved up on the behind us. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. As I'm going to move around and try to kind of flank these goblins a little bit. Be
Yes.
strategic about it, and then I think this one right here to that side of me, I'm basically just take my sword and take a good stab at it.
Okay, go for it.
So roll 1d20. Ah, yeah, it is below.
Not a hit. Go and roll your
Whoa.
damage.
Let's see. The long sword the broadsword is 2d6 plus d4 for my strength bonus. So
Oh boy.
roll 2d6 plus 1d4. So be a total of 8 damage.
8 damage. Now, you slash across this. You like weave in and out like this armored tank of an elf, just like going in, weaving in and out, swinging the broadsword across. You get a little splatter of blood, like spray all over you and Tinnumeril and the other goblin there. So this goblin looks severely wounded. He almost drops his blade with the impact, stumbles back a little bit, falls to one knee, but then looks up at you with this almost like terrified fear in his face from the massive wound that you put on his chest.
I kind of tilt my helmet at him.
And Tinnumeril, you're up. Last one in the order.
If I try to like get out of this area, are they gonna have attacks of opportunity?
you would have to succeed on an evade roll, or if you fail, they get an opportunity, like a free attack against you. And there are 2 of them around you. So if you try to get away and you fail your evade roll, they could possibly both take a swing at you.
Okay.
So it's a risk.
Yeah. All right. In that case, then I will pull out my knife and try to hit one.
Okay. Are you going for the one that Belthus severely injured, or are you going for the one that Kalsika kind of scraped a little bit?
Kalsika kind of scraped a bit.
Okay, sure. So go ahead and make your skill roll with your knife.
Right. Let's see, so I am at 13 in knives after the last one. Let's see.
A dragon!
Oh.
Whoa!
A dragon!
Tinnumeril pulls out her descent blade forged from the mountains of her elf tribe for her mission quest to keep her safe.
Now, there's a lot of things that happen on a dragon. So, first of all, put a little mark next to your knives, because that'll be for advancement at the end of the session.
All right.
Okay? Also, crits, when you score critical, you can do multiple things with this. So you can have it to where the attack ignores armor. So if it has armor, it won't count for that attack. You can roll 2 damage dice for your knife instead of 1. Now, if you have an attack bonus, that die does not double. It's not like D&D where you double all the dice. It's only the weapons die that gets doubled. So, and then there's...
When you say attack bonus, would you mean... So I have a damage bonus for agility, and my knife says agility, so that's...
Yes. So where it says damage bonus, you would not double that that die, but you would double the knife die. Okay.
Okay. So it's that or ignores armor?
Ignores armor. Yep. They are wearing leather. You would say it protects a little, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
You would know that.
So let's do double damage.
All right, go for it.
All right. So then my knife is D8.
I need a
So
cool
then I
sound
roll-
effect prepared for when you guys roll dragons, like
Like
so
an
I
eagle?
roll like 2
yeah.
D8.
Oh no, a 1 on the D8.
Yeah, that's not great.
Go
Good
roll
thing
roll the what was the D8 was your knife?
Yeah.
It's the D8? Okay. Roll another one of those dice to add to it because of your crit.
And then my
that's much better. Much
is
better.
also at 4, so then I'll roll the D4 for the bonus, right?
Yep, this is gonna be a big one.
Ooh.
Kalsika, you sneak up and it backstab this thing, and then all of a sudden you just hear, and the goblin just goes, and it falls down in front of you, and Tinnumeril's standing there with just like goblin blood pouring off this. It's a strange looking blade. It looks like it's black, but it's shimmering with different colors. Like it's very strange. But Tinnumeril, you put that goblin down.
Well done, Lady Seer.
Thank you, sir.
Now there's only one goblin next to you. You can still try to move if you want, but you still have to succeed on an evade. Or risk that goblin getting a chance to attack you. Better than 2 goblins.
down at the injured goblin after eviscerating his friend and hold my knife up and sort of sneer and then nod back to my elf knight friend Belthus, expecting that the two of us can handle this, and I'll stand my ground next to Belthus.
Excellent. And at this moment, Geyer and Connery, you hear this terrible, gut-wrenching growl coming from somewhere farther down the road. And something jumps out from a stone that's been kind of like just leaning up against the edge of this pass. And you can see there is something riding upon its back. And it looks like a massive kind of heavy-shouldered, snarling wolf with another goblin on his back. And they are looking directly in your direction. And that's where we're going to take our break for this evening. Hello, and thank you so much for hanging out with us here at Proficiency Bonus. Please take an opportunity to support our sponsors. Little Dragon Corp is a Canadian-based dice company and gaming store with all kinds of cool tabletop gaming merchandise. Visit littledragoncorp.com to peruse their selection, and don't forget to use our special coupon code BONUS during checkout for 15% off your order.
Cardboard Castle Games is a brick-and-mortar game store local to Evans, Georgia. They have a wide selection of tabletop gaming and other cool games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon cards, and even Yu-Gi-Oh! You can visit them in-store and let them know that we sent you, or you can go visit their website at cardboardcastlegames.com.
Don't forget to find us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Links to our social media pages and outlets are located below this video.
Don't forget, you can also support the channel by following, by subscribing, remembering to click the bell notification so you never miss another live stream, using channel emotes, and if you're an Amazon Prime user, you get a free subscription to Twitch every month.
While we are away, now is a great time to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's absolutely free, and there you will find hours upon hours of content to enjoy. Click the bell icon to activate notifications so you won't miss a single show. All this week, we are celebrating our 6-year anniversary. During this celebration, we are raising money for Children's Hospital through Extra Life to help make a difference in the lives of children in need. We would love for your help. If you'd like to give a generous donation, click on the big blue donation button below our Twitch video, or type !Extra Life in our Twitch chat for a quick link to our official fundraising portal. Thank you for helping us make the world a better place.
I have returned to remind you about the children. It is I, Pizza for me. I am back because once again Proficiency Bonus is participating in Extra Life in order to raise money to support the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals. Oh, Pizza for me trembles to think of all the good that could be done for the children. If you would help us to reach our goals. If you would like to donate during this ad break, you can do so by clicking the link just there, down below, right there. Yes, right where Pizza Furby is pointing with his tiny baby feet. Yes, you can go to that link and you can donate to the children. I hope that you will do it. If you don't, that's okay. But I will be disappointed. Enjoy the rest of your commercials and the remainder of your stream. I will be watching.
Would you like your own gaming session run by one of the Proficiency bonus game masters? During Anniversary Week, July 21st through July 30th, anyone who donates $100 or more to Extra Life will automatically be entered into a special giveaway. The winner will receive a virtual gaming session for you and your friends run by one of our game masters. The drawing for this prize will be held on Sunday, July 30th at the conclusion of our Anniversary Week programming. Thank you for joining us. We hope you are enjoying the show, and we'll be back in just a moment. So after this, Goblin on the back of a Warg jumped out, started charging the party. The Warg Rider is actually the first to go, and the closest individual to the Warg Rider right now, unfortunately, is our Wolfkin friend. And the Warg comes charging, yes.
Does this Warg look familiar to me? Like, did we go to school together?
Yeah, definitely. You're in beta club together.
Brian, it's been so long.
Alright, the Warg Rider is going to approach you, and I'm going to roll a d6 to see what it does, because this is considered a monster, and monsters have different rules in Dragonbane. And I roll a 5. Warg Bite. The Warg grabs a victim in its drooling maw and starts swinging them back and forth. The attack inflicts 2d10 piercing damage, and the victim is hurled 2d4 meters and lands prone. You can try to evade this to use your action to dodge if you'd like to.
You're muted.
I can't hear you if you're talking to me.
Oh no, I was talking to myself, wrapping my brain around 2d10 damage and my hit points being that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try to evade.
All right.
What do we got here? Right.
That's a success, I believe.
I would really hope so.
Fantastic. So with that success, that means like you've used your action to dodge out of this attack. So you're going to dodge out of the way. You can move 1 square.
Right now.
It says when you dodge, I think in the rules you can move. Now, I'm not sure about, because there's 2 goblins around you.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that would
I'm not sure
provoke
that would provoke or not. You can dodge. Not sure it would either. Let me see. That's a good question, though. I'll say for right now, you're good. So until we find the rule that states otherwise, you can move 1 square in either direction.
Okay.
If you'd like to. Or you can stay put.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll do this and put myself over there.
Okay, cool. So, rolling out of the way as this warg tries to just bite into you with its gaping maw. Drool just like flying everywhere as this thing is snarling towards you. There can only be one wolf here. That ends the Warg Rider's first turn. Geyer, injured, you're up next. What do you do?
Well, crap. This goblin on top of this warg, how well does he look like he's situated on?
He's pretty well situated.
How tall is this warg?
Donkey
height?
How tall are you?
That's a wonderful question.
I would say at least probably a little bit bigger than your donkey. Definitely stockier.
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack the goblin that I swung at before.
Okay, you got it. Go for it. Oh, look at that! Another hit for our
And
mallard.
actually, that knife is D8, so I rolled the wrong die last time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, if you want to, what do you remember? Yeah, well, just go ahead and roll your D8.
Yeah,
I think you'll be all right.
It doesn't matter now.
We'll just keep going.
Really?
I was gonna say something didn't happen.
There we go.
go. And with that, like, it's like when Connery dodged out of the way, it distracted that goblin just for a second, and you drive the knife into its neck, and it falls down to the ground, motionless. Dropping its weapon.
Gonna sort of circle around this one a little bit. Oh, that's not what I want. I am on the wrong thing on everything in Roll20 today.
It's
I'm gonna
easy to
circle
do.
around over to here, and I'm gonna start looking at the warg
Okay.
and go into my pouch and pull out a little flask of lamp oil.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
looking at it threateningly, like I'm gonna be splashing oil on it.
Okay, you got it. Kalsika, it's your go.
Two things of note. Chat very kindly gave me player inspiration and then also gave you GM inspiration.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I will take that.
So I have to call it out. And then I'm just going to hop over to this one and try my luck at stabbing him. And because I don't like Roll20 and it doesn't like me, I am rolling my actual dice.
Roll your actual dice. Go for it. Are you using your backstabber feature?
I am not this time.
Okay.
I wanna. That's for saving a little bit of willpower points here. With my knife, that is a 13. So again, just under
Just
on
under.
my knives.
Yes, you'll hit.
So that's a D8. Which one do I want? Which of my fancy dice do I want? That's an 8 on that, and then a +4 for my damage bonus is a 3. So 11 points of damage.
Go
to
ahead and
the goblin.
go and describe how you put this goblin down in one shot.
I think Kalska, having seen her companions just eviscerate the other goblins around her, she's like, "This is my job!" And she gets really angry and like jumps and just stabs him in the neck
Perfect.
and
Which-
takes him down to the ground.
Almost barely a sound from the goblin. It's and then down to the ground.
And she's just like, like a tiny little angry, looks like a child but not a child, just like.
Now you're free to move more if you'd like. I think you still have movement left, and you're not being
I
threatened
do.
currently by any
Yeah,
melee attackers.
so-
So if you'd like to move, you can.
I'll go here, just to start getting closer to them. I don't want to get too close yet because I see the warg and I go, "Uh-oh." And I'm also kind of like
which is a good response to that. It's
and also
perfect.
in my head I'm near the donkey and the cart, so I'm also kind of like protect Geyer stuff. Like she'll jump in, but she's also like, "Oh God, stay here for a minute and see what happens."
For some reason, the donkey's just kind of like used to all this, and it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, things braver than I am.
That's right.
We've been traveling a little while. People tried to rob us before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, doesn't mean that Kalsika's ready for.
The goblins get to go next. This one is badly injured back here, but it's going to turn towards Belthus and try to make an attack at Belthus with its short sword.
Right.
And it misses. It just glances off your armor, or you deflect it with your shield, and you see sparks fly from the blade. And the other goblin scout up there is going to try to, seeing that you're pulling out something and it doesn't know what it is, Geyer, it's gonna quickly just try to slash at you out of fear that you're trying to like do some kind of weird magic or throw a potion out at it or something like that. So a 16 is gonna miss. It totally whiffs. You kind of pull the potion out of the way, and it just whiffs and hits the ground with his blade. Belthus, you're up.
All right, that goblin that's incredibly wounded. I am just going to basically give it a punch, like kind of the back of my fist, like boom, right in the. So this will be an unarmed attack.
Unarmed attack, you got it.
Oh, let's show you here. Going in here, unarmed. I need to do against this brawling. Just that would hit, I imagine.
Oh yes, definitely.
Oh no!
Only
Oh no!
1 point of damage.
Oh no! Wait, 1 sec. I think brawling is it is strength based, so I do get my damage.
You do get
So
your
that
damage
would be,
bonus. Just don't roll a 1.
+2.
That's okay. Describe how you put him down.
All right. Basically, just right in the leather armor, just like a elbow right into the stomach, just knock him down and get him out of the way.
You try to, like, as you do that, he goes flying back a lot farther than you realize. So he rolls almost into this little part of the stones back here.
Don't ambush people. And then I'm going to go, I guess, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. In turn, you got it. That brings us to the Warg Rider. And now that Geyer has kind of stepped into the way with some kind of bottle, the Warg Rider is going to look at Geyer and go after Geyer with a d6 roll. Let's see what we got. A 4. Battle Shout. The Warg Rider rallies his underlings. All remaining scouts get a boon to all attacks until the Warg Rider's next turn. So you hear the goblin in the back shout something in another language, and unfortunately there's only one left to hear it, but that goblin scout next to you that just missed Geyer seems to have this look of confidence in his face all of a sudden. It looks right at you and starts to like grit his teeth at you. Connery, you used your action to dodge. I believe you still can move. So if you want to use your movement, now that you've been freed up of any enemies right there, you can.
Still move my entire movement speed, or?
I believe you can, yeah. I'll have to double check that ruling to be sure, but for tonight I'm going to roll what you can.
Okay, but no action since I spent it with the evasion.
You spent it with the evasion, yeah, so you dodged out of the way. So that's your action for this round. Which was a good thing, because the 2d10 damage,
Yeah. So, since you rolled to determine what that attack was be,
I did. Yeah.
I'm afraid what the other options are, but I am going to flank around and take the warg's attention away from Geyer. Right toward.
So as you're moving around, are you trying to like shout towards the warg as you make your way around?
Oh man, I know all the dog insults to bark.
It's a barking dog insults. It's just glaring at you as you're moving your way around. I love it.
Yep.
Tinnumeril, you're up. Last one, card number 10.
So, my knives can be thrown.
Of course.
It doesn't say how far.
Doesn't say how far?
No.
I think it has something to do with your strength.
Let's see. My strength is 9.
There is a there is a skill or a heroic ability that you can get for like throwing melee weapons, but I know you can throw your knives.
Yeah, I have subtle pierce throw. Range, it just says I just have strength down, but is it
Probably meters, so it'd probably be 9 meters.
Okay.
So 5 squares you can throw your knife.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 6 squares, so just outside of range. Would I be able to do that if I take one
Yeah,
step?
you can move.
one
You can
square?
move your full movement. You have 3 dead goblins around you now. No, nothing threatening you.
So I'll take one step forward and
Okay.
then throw my knife at this goblin that's behind here.
Okay. You got it. So you're just gonna roll your knives.
Roll D20.
Uh-oh.
It's a swing and a
Geyer, you just hear as a knife goes flying over the goblin and your head and slides across the ground behind you.
Sorry. Wanna grab that?
Around to see the elves throwing knives at me.
Trying to help.
No, you do have more movement. You can still move if you'd like to use your movement, or you can stay put. Your choice.
I think I will stay where I am right here,
Okay, you got it.
envisioning myself behind this cart.
So that means we're gonna go into another initiative.
Thanks for the dono.
Hey, thank you so much for the donation. The regular DM Charner has donated. Thank you, Charner, for your donation to Extra Life. That puts us almost to a quarter of the way to our goal. Thank you guys so much. So I'm gonna go ahead and I've got everybody selected here who's on the order. I will deal out these initiatives. And I'll reset the initiative, and we are good to go. Kalsika drew card number 1.
Oh boy. Kalsika's now shaking off that, like, okay, like, more of us are up here now. Particularly the armored one, who I can hide behind if I need to. Kalsika's gonna get brave again and then just run up here and stab at the goblin behind Geyer.
Chat brought up that's a nice t-shirt idea. Barking dog insults.
I think we need to do that.
That needs to happen.
So I'm going to roll to stab with my knife. If it matches it, it's okay, right?
Yep.
Okay, so
you hit?
again, I hit.
Excellent.
It was close. And then
You caught him off guard. He was focused so much on Geyer, you just snuck up in there and just drove your blade into him.
And that's 7 damage total.
7 damage. So you slash across his back. He turns around quickly and just grabs the wound, and you can see blood starting to pour out from the gouge you put in his back, but he's still standing.
Just go, come on, man! And that's it. I just chill.
Connery, barking your insults. The Warg is looking directly at you. What do you do?
Oh, boy. Let's see here. So, I believe... Sure. So, my weapon, the staff, grants a boon in trying to topple an opponent, right? But when attacking a creature with 4 legs, if the monster has 4 legs or more, the attacker gets a bane. So am I rolling at neutral?
Let me double check something.
One bane?
I gotta see if you can topple monsters.
Yeah, it said this is from the monster rule.
Monster rules? Yeah, okay.
you can try to topple a monster rolling against a default evade skill level of 15 for all monsters. If the monster has 4 legs or more, I get a bane.
Okay. So you get a bane to try to do it. And then what I have to do is I roll a d20, and if I can get a 15 or lower, he like jumps out of the way. So it's like a really good chance. A 15 or lower is like 75% chance that he's going to be able to avoid it. So it's up to you. You can try.
Still gonna try it. Still gonna be bold.
All right, go for it. So you're going to roll with a bane, so take the higher number out of the 2.
Well, I still got a staff, so I got a boon. So roll neutral.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll neutral. So just a regular roll. Oh.
Well, at least it wasn't a 20. Right.
You try to like drive the staff kind of under the legs, but it just turns around rapidly and just stares at you right in the face.
Oof.
I'd ask you if you want to move, but you're really close to it, and I don't think it'd be a very good idea.
I'm still trying to keep it pointing this way, just in case it has like a cleave or like a cone ability. I don't want it hitting anybody else.
You got it. Belthus, you're up.
All right, I'm going to advance ahead a little bit.
You got it.
4 meters. And I'm going to swing at the Warg Rider with my sword. That is a demon. No. All right, Michael.
Okay.
Oh my God, we're rolling so bad.
Here's yeah. You completely whiff. Actually, Connery was trying to like trip it at the same time, so it like ducks right out of the way of your blade as that happens, and you just drive the blade like right into the dirt. Go ahead and put a mark next to that attack because
Nice.
it's a demon, so you put advancement marks next to demons too. No, nothing drastic happens right now, but you've totally whiffed on your attack.
I'll take that. Thank you, Michael.
Anything else? I think that'll be it, huh?
GM is merciful.
Geyer, you just watched your armored friend miss terribly, but the Warg's attention isn't in your direction right now.
Okay. So seeing as he has just whipped it, he's sort of driven his sword down. I'm picturing him sort of like a little bit bent over as he's dealing with this. I'm going to take that opportunity to use him as a stepladder.
Okay.
And basically climb onto the back of the Warg.
Okay.
And then I want to try to shove the goblin off.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's make I don't have a Dragonbane character sheet right in front of me. I'm trying to think of a relative skill that would be good to use here. Do you see any skills on that list that you have that would be something? Is there an acrobatics or something of that nature?
There's acrobatics. There's there's also one the goblin may have for riding. Closest one for me though would probably be acrobatics.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics roll for us.
Okay. Yeah, no.
So, Belthus, Geyer starts, like, climbing up you, and then jumps over to, like, land on the Warg. It lands on the hind end of it. It just kind of, like, slips off the fur and just falls prone right next to you and the Warg.
Nice one, Sir Mallard.
So would that be my movement or my action?
I would say that's your movement. Right now, you're on the other side of Belthus now, and you're, well... Yeah, do me a favor. Roll evade for me.
Okay. Nope.
Alright, that goblin that was, with Kalsika is going to try to take a free attack against you as you move out of the way.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
And he hits.
Real quick, can I
what you
use
got?
my So 2 willpower, because I think this goblin was within 2 meters of me.
He is.
So I'm going to use 2 willpower to use Guardian.
Tell us what Guardian does.
Sure. So Guardian, if I read the text of this real quick, which is coming up, it says, if blah blah blah, I can activate this ability to force the enemy to attack me instead. Using this ability can be done out of turn and does not count as an action.
Oh, nice. So you basically step in the way of the attack as the goblin's trying to attack. Yeah, Geyer's like jumping over you. The goblin's trying to attack Geyer, and then you just step into the way. So you take the hit then, right?
We'll take the hit, yes.
You'll take the hit. So that is, I believe it was a D10. Short sword, D10, yep. So here comes a D10. 9 damage. But
I take some damage.
You take some damage? Your armor soaks a lot of it, but you can feel a little bit of a wound under there. Excellent. Oh, yeah, so you still have your action, Geyer.
Yeah, you say, Lord Orville, thanks. Gonna pop the cork off the flask of lamp oil and just whip it at the warg's body, just trying to cover it in lamp oil.
Okay. Roll a d20 for me.
Then,
what is your what skills do you have for weapons?
The closest thing for something thrown would probably be knives, which is a 13.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, the flask like shatters and you can see some of the lamp oil like pour all over the warg.
Somebody light it on fire!
Or somebody in chat asks if you are aware platypus.
Yes, I am.
Thanks for the dono.
Hey, thanks for the donation. Victoria donated to Extra Life. Thank you, Victoria. We appreciate you. 345 donated. Thank you, guys. The Warg Rider gets 2 turns in a row. It's going to use 1 against Conry, since Conry is kind of instigating it back there.
Can I spend another 2 willpower to be a guardian to Conry?
I think you can. Does it say you can? Is there a limit to how many times you can use it in a turn, other than like just spending your willpower points?
Not that I'm aware of. I'll paste it in.
Okay. You don't hesitate to take a hit to protect your friends. If you and another player character are both within 2 meters of the same enemy, and the enemy tries to attack. Yeah, it doesn't say. Yeah, so as long as you spend the willpower points, you can do it.
Not out yet. So.
Nice. Oh, great, you got it. So it rolled a 3. Let's see what 3 is. Ravenous Howl. The warg raises its head to the sky and lets out a famished howl. All player characters within 10 meters must make a will roll to resist fear.
Oh.
Within 10 meters.
Can't block this one.
That's everybody except Tinnumeril. Tinnumeril does not have to make this roll. So you got to try to the number or below your willpower score. Resist fear.
Yes.
Geyer's all set.
Geyer's good.
Kalsika's afraid.
Kalsika's afraid.
I am definitely afraid.
Connery's afraid. Okay, here...
It landed on a 10 and then rolled over to 17.
So for Connery, your face turns white as a sheet. You and all player characters within 10 meters and in sight of you become scared. That's pretty much everybody but Tinnumeril. So under your character sheet, where the conditions are, everybody except Tinnumeril, seeing Conry get as frightened as he is, basically flows into all of you as well. So you guys all take the scared condition.
Oh.
Who else failed that fear roll? Kalsika? All right, let's see what you get. Ooh, a 1. Enfeebled. The fear drains your energy and determination. You lose 2d6 willpower points and become disheartened. Let me roll the 2d6 for you. You lose 5 willpower points, and you are also disheartened as a condition. So anytime you have those conditions checked, any skill that's attached to that is rolled with a Bane from now on, until you can remove those conditions.
Okie
So that's the first Warg Rider attack. The next one is a 2. Swing from above. The Warg leaps over a chosen player, and its rider swings his serrated scimitar from above, dealing 3d6 slashing damage. This is going to come in the direction of Conry.
Now, being that this is targeted, can I, or is this not an attack?
It is an attack. You can do this.
I will definitely spend.
Belvis for the win,
Credit.
jumping in the way, protecting
Yeah.
and defending his companions. So 3d6. Let's see what that looks like. 3d6 damage. 11 damage.
That hurts a bit.
As the serrated blade scratches and scrapes through the heavily armored elf. And feel the warmth of the blood running down your body inside that tank of an plated armor that you're wearing. That is the Warg's turn. Bring us to Tinnumeril.
Would you say that my knife fell somewhere within 10 meters of me before?
Your knife is probably... I'm going to shift ping you where your knife is. It's probably landed right about here.
So it's
When you
quite a
threw
bit
it. Yeah.
Alright, so I think it was, you said, over there somewhere? Alright.
It's about...
Thank you. I was trying to do the clicky thing, but it wasn't working.
It's about 14 meters ahead of you, past a wounded goblin, and laying next to a drooling and awful, terrifying-looking warg with a goblin on its back.
Next to this body over here. I should be within... Let me see. 4, 6, 8. I think then that would give me within 10 meters there. If I moved over here. Is it?
Oh, yeah. Within 10 meters of your knife?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'll take a step forward and then cast Fetch on my knife.
Okay.
Fetch is you make a loose object within 10 meters float to you, no heavier than weight 1.
Weight 1, okay. I think a knife is 1. Weight 1 in the rules. So I think you're good.
Like a Jedi.
So Tinnumeril steps up next to the... Is this guy still alive, by the way?
That there is a goblin that's still alive.
That we found on the floor, like the initial guy that was dying with arrows in him. Because I'm standing next to him, I think, now.
Oh yeah. That guy, you look down, he's dead.
So I step over this corpse and hold out my hand, and my knife kind of shakes and flies in the air right into my hand.
Perfect. And I think fetch is like a trick, right?
Yeah.
So that only costs you 1 willpower point?
Yep.
Yep, perfect. That's awesome.
So let me take 1.
Kalsika, you're sitting there, and all of a sudden, this knife just flies backwards past you, and just, as you're watching it, just arrives right in the back of Tinnumeril's hand.
Did Geyer by chance see that?
Well, probably not, considering you're flat on your back. Lantern oil like dripping all over the place around you, and Balthus's shiny armor putting a glare over the whole encounter for you. All right.
So that's my action, and that would be
that's your
turn.
turn. Okay, yeah. So this goblin is standing there, and it's going to try to attack a Kausica.
Can I insert myself again as a guardian?
You can spend your willpower points, of course. So it's gonna be attacking Balthus instead.
Michael, is this what it was like for you when I was Rowan, just blocking everything?
Hey, I'm just gonna say this, and Victoria, if you're watching, I hope you enjoy this. At least no one in this game has silvery barbs. If you've ever watched my Spelljammer campaign.
Yes.
Took every natural 20 I had away from me.
Please note that is not Adventures League.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I just want to toss this out real quick. Chat has just gifted, for any of the party member that needs it, a luck point.
Oh, that's huge. That is huge. A luck point. To anybody who needs it. Luck point means you can re-roll any roll. Oh, man.
Thank you, Kristy. I love you.
All right, so does an 8? 8's going to be a success. So that's a D10. 8 on the D10, Balthus. I think
I absorb all 8.
Okay. I was going to say, they're carving into you.
Yeah, that's just, rattles me, but I'm good.
Gotcha. So that ends this round. Bring us to a new round. So I will shuffle, select, and redeal for a new round. Let's see how we get out of this mess. Good that I got the cards all situated. Warg Rider up first. Balthus, the Warg Rider is very frustrated with you.
Frustrated with
you
him.
Just keep running and jumping into the way, so it's going to try to get you out of the way. 3. Another ravenous howl. Is that what it did last time? I'm going to roll again.
It did it a few turns back.
Was it a few turns?
No, it was just the last turn. I think it did that, and then it did the sweep attack.
Oh, it was last turn. It's just farther back in my notes.
Pounce. The ferocious warg pounces on a player character and slams the victim violently to the ground. The attack inflicts 2d8 bludgeoning damage. You taking it?
Yeah, I'll
you could
take
try
it.
to dodge if you want to.
I want to keep my faculties about me. I'll take it.
Okay, 2d8 bludgeoning. Here we go. 5. But you are knocked to the ground. You are prone, and it's just like by the shoulders, like slamming you onto the ground.
Like a turtle on the ground.
Geyer's like just laying there right next to you, just trying to not take any damage. Speaking of Geyer, you're up, Geyer. What do? You're watching this warg just grabbing your elven metal armored friend and just slamming him onto the ground.
I'm gonna stand myself up, look down at Balthus, and just go, sorry. And go back into my little pocket, pull out my flint and tinder, and try to light the warg on fire.
Okay.
There ain't no one else doing it.
Are there any special rules under flint and tinder?
That I know of.
Okay.
I think it can light a torch, that's for sure.
It can. I think you can spend an action to light a torch, so if it can do that, then it can do the rest. Required to light torches, candles, or lanterns and making a fire. I just didn't know if there was like any special rules associated with it.
Flint and tinder lighting torches is an action, requires flint and tinder or fire to light with.
Requires an action? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So you spend your action, you use your flint and tinder, and all of a sudden the lantern oil ignites. And fire just erupts onto the back of the Warg Rider here. Roll 2d6 for me.
Oh, okay. Now, do I need to roll anything to try to dodge this? I didn't know if there was any on me as well where I threw it at him.
We'll deal with that in a little bit.
Oh, okay. That's 4.
4 points of damage, okay. So there's a terrible howl of pain as now the Warg, who is terrifying enough already, is now ablaze. And you can see the fire starting it's burning up quickly, but you can see it's starting to like burn on to the back and starts to catch a little bit of the saddle part on fire as well. You can move if you'd like, Geyer. I can't remember what. I think maybe standing up is part of your movement in this game.
Geyer has seen this thing try to attack, and he's just too afraid to run away from it.
Gotcha.
It's in the middle of beating Bellis down. If he manages to get me.
Oh, standing up is free action or free actions in this game. You don't have to expend any movement to like stand. So, just so you guys know.
Okay. Yeah. I was just gonna circle around to the opposite side here.
All right, you got it. You can feel the heat from the Warg. Conry, you're up.
I'm still scared, right?
Yes.
So, Connery is shaken, and although normally he would rely on like spell casting, he is just so afraid that he just lashes out with his staff to kind of like stay back. So can do regular staff attack.
Okay.
Thanks for the dono.
Oh, that's a miss. 17 out of 14.
No. 17. Yeah, you're just so afraid right now. You're trembling, and you just can't get a good strike on this this creature in front of you.
Yep.
Thank you for the donation. My wife just donated. Thank you, Amanda. He's probably right back there somewhere.
Eyeing on you.
All right. The Warg Rider on fire goes into kind of like a frenzy and just starts like running all around looking for targets. I'm gonna roll to see who it attacks this time. Geyer, I'm sorry, you just seem to be the victor every time here.
I mean, it's not unexpected. I just lit him on fire.
He just did this, so I'm gonna roll again. A battle shout. The Warg Rider rallies his underlings. All remaining scouts get a boon all attacks. So with another howl and a roar from the Warg, and turning around, the Goblin, seeing that the Warg is on fire, commands his compatriot over here to put any of you down as quickly as possible. Kalsika, that Goblin like slowly turns its head towards you, holding its wound, and has its blade ready, looking in your direction. What do you do?
She's shaking a little because she's afraid of the Warg that is on fire right now. But it's over there. She has no problem with stabbing this Goblin, so she's going to stab this Goblin, hopefully.
Go for it.
That's a 4 on the dice. That definitely hits.
That hits.
That's 8 points of damage to this
8
Goblin.
points of damage. And that confidence immediately fades from the face of this Goblin as his eyes roll back into the back of his head, and looking down, your blade is just driven right into its gut, and it falls down motionless on the ground in front of you.
Going to, like, just as, like, to be an annoying little pain in the butt, I'm still afraid, but I'm like angry at the same time. I'm going to like shake the blood off of my knife in the direction of the warg to kind of insult it, to be like, yeah, smell your dead friend. And then I'm just gonna stand there like, oh crap.
Very nice. Tinnumeril, you have your blade back in your hand. You see that all the goblins are down except for the one that's riding on the back of the warg that is set ablaze. Gosh, I feel like we've done this before.
Throwback.
All right. So I'm gonna try to throw my knife at that goblin on the creature.
Okay, yeah, go for it. And I think you're the only one that doesn't have any conditions right now, so...
Oh, good. All right, let's see. A miss again.
No, you just can't throw that thing.
Apparently not. You know, I was gonna roll a real dice too, and I was like, let me just get consistent in here.
I don't
Actually-
trust electronically rolled dice.
Actually, it doesn't quite make it to the warg, and it sticks into the ground right next to Belthus. Belthus, you're like on the ground. This thing was like slamming you, but now it's kind of got off of you because it's on fire, and now a blade just goes and sticks into the ground next to you. And
Lady Seer, be careful.
it's a numeral. If you want to move, you can. You still have some movement if you'd like to use it.
No reason to move.
Okay, you got it. That does bring us to Belthus.
Alrighty, I'm gonna stand back up with a clatter,
You got it.
and then just take a big old chop at the warg.
Do it.
It's a 10 that
Yeah.
would hit.
That's gonna strike. Yeah, roll your damage.
6 plus 1d4 for a total 12.
Oh, that is a big hit.
Yeah.
Oh, and you just carve into the warg. The warg is just like you're trying to like just jump around trying to get the pain of the fire off of it, and you just drive the broadsword into the side of the warg with he lays out just a massive yelp. 12 damage. You heard it badly. It's still up though and running around.
Oh,
You
and
wanna-
turn.
You end turn there? Okay. Let's we'll re-roll an initiative again, guys. I'm gonna shuffle them all on my cards here quickly. But now all that's left is the Warg Rider, which you guys have eliminated.
Funny because where Belthus is actually where I disarmed the goblin. So you got like 2 swords on the ground.
Yeah, there's 2 swords on either side of you, sticking in the ground. I love that.
They dropped their bows there too.
Yep,
when they pulled out
there's short
swords.
bows. There's short bows laying there too. Actually, Conroy, you're first up in this initiative order.
All right.
The
Still gonna try
warg
to
is
wildly-
yelping and looking in the direction of Belthus, who still has his broadsword like driven into the side of the warg.
That is a hit.
That is a hit. Yeah, roll your damage.
Damage for that is 8.
3 points of damage.
Hold on. What's
Okay.
that? Damage bonus D6. That means I roll a D6 too?
You have a D6 damage bonus?
Yeah. For agility.
Nice. Yeah, do it.
Oh.
2.
It's something.
It's something. It is something. You can. It like turns around just at the same time that you're like swinging the staff, and you can feel like that knock of like the staff just make contact with the skull, and it looks dazed a little bit. Stumbles back. It's barely standing.
Yeah, like I said, Connery's young and inexperienced, so he's probably holding the staff like a Louisville slugger.
That's right. Conry, since you were Belthus did a lot of damage to it, so it's gonna go for Belthus first. Because it has 2 turns in a row. The first one is, this is the jump on you and slam you again attack.
Oh no!
3d6 bludgeoning. Are you gonna try to dodge it or take it?
I'm gonna take it.
You take it? All right. He jumps towards you and does 3d6. 12 bludgeoning.
Oh, that's gonna hurt a bit. That's gonna hurt. Rattle me.
So the warg jumps again, snarls as it's on fire, and slams you to the ground. And then, immediately after jumping on you, kind of jumps off and it looks back towards Conry. It is going to number 3. Ravenous Howl. I need all of you to make will saves again.
Now, does being scared affect this at all?
Thanks for the dono.
Hey, thank you so much, Kristy, for the donation. We appreciate you. That's a good question.
I think we have Bane on these rolls because scared is will.
It's will, so you have a Bane against the roll, yeah.
Do I need to roll this time?
You might have to. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, you're just in range, Tinnumeril. You get to join in the fun this time.
Alright. What is the roll this time around? I wasn't paying attention.
You're gonna roll you're gonna roll your will. Okay, so it's just your willpower, and you gotta try to get that number or less on your D20 roll. Yep, off of your D20 roll.
I'm okay this time.
You okay this time? Okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
My will is a 15, so I barely.
I'm good.
Barely passed. Or barely
15.
failed. Yep.
No, I failed.
You failed?
It was definitely a fail.
Yeah, you got it, failed. This one already happened once, but let's see what it is again. I gotta make a quick chart for this for next time, so I have the fear attacks list put up. I can get to it, but page 52.
I would say first session is running smoothly.
Oh yeah, I just gotta get to. I gotta make some quick tabs for like the rule book. Once I get that situated, I'll be good. Oh, the fear drains your energy and determination. You lose 2d6 willpower and become disheartened. So I think Conry, you were the only one to fail that. So you're gonna lose 2d6 willpower, 4 willpower. I rolled low.
All right.
And you have the condition disheartened. What was that?
Conry and I look exactly alike right now, where we're both scared and like, come on.
Oh, you're scared and disheartened.
I'm scared and disheartened
Okay.
from last time.
You guys are.
We are gonna have to like share a diary and see how many pages.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go to our corner later and cry.
It's your turn. You're prone again. You've been slammed back down.
Yeah. I'm gonna get up again with a big clatter of armor and just shaking
down. But I get up again. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yep. Playing in his head as he just takes another broad swing at this thing.
Go for it.
Oh, 15 would not hit. That's a miss. That's a whiff.
Oh, not hit. So you miss again. It's just so hard to hit this thing because it's still on fire, so it's still jumping around from the pain. You gonna stay put?
That's staying put.
All right, Tinnumeril. You don't have your knife again.
Again. Because it didn't seem like Balthus felt like tossing that back in my direction, so I'll cast Fetch.
We
You're gonna
have
fetch
an
it again?
artillery, so.
Okay. Yeah, so you spend your willpower point, and Balthus, you watch as the sword like starts to wobble a little bit and go out of the ground and back into Tinnumeril's hand.
What does she do then?
So that's your action. You still have movement if you'd like to use it.
Yeah, let's see. So, let me take, like... I'll take, like, 2 steps back over here.
Chat has a great suggestion. Just get a Wii remote strap for your for your knife.
I'm sure I have some bungees in the car.
That's it. That's it.
With the like bouncy string, so when I throw it, it'll just bounce right back.
That's what you need.
That's kind of what Fetch does.
That's what Fetch does. It's like, yeah. All right, Geyer, do me a favor. Roll a d6.
Six.
So the fire starts to dwindle a bit, but it's already done its damage. Describe how the Warg Rider is defeated by the fire.
Some legends never die.
Some legends never die.
Oh my god. So it's, as Geyer started getting up and looking down at Belthus, just getting slammed into the ground again, it's like gets up, pulls his knife back out, and looks like he's getting ready to go in, and then just sort of cocks over, looks at his head a little bit. Just Warg is just starting to seize up a little bit, and you watch as it just sort of and just collapses down.
Perfect. And you guys are out of initiative order. And I will turn the turn order off as combat comes to a close. Yes, Connery.
Would like to take this up to approach Tinnumeril and right here and search the body.
Okay.
Sorry, what was that? I couldn't make you out.
Nobody has searched the body, so I'm gonna search the body.
Okay.
I was just going to start picking up goblin weapons and start carrying them back to the cart. Good.
So Mallard, any good bows that look functional there?
What the goblin make, but let's hand him one of them.
Kalsika just runs back to the cart and dives in and goes and snuggles with the dogs because she's had a rough day. I'll cook dinner later, but I'm not cleaning up right now. And she just dives in.
You guys can collect 5 goblin short bows. Like I said, they're goblin make, so they're not the greatest. All the goblins had pretty dinged up, messed up short swords too that can be salvaged. Connery, you're searching the body. You see that obvious wound from the arrow sticking into the thigh. One interesting thing, as you're looking over the body, you kind of push it over a little bit, and the sleeve on the one arm kind of slides up a little bit. And you take your staff, and you kind of like raise the sleeve a little bit as you see something under there. And on the forearm of this individual, there's a marking, some kind of tattoo on the forearm, and it has it's strange. It looks like this stylized like diamond, but it looks like the diamond almost has like these 2 stylized horns on the top of it.
Do I see any other tattoos?
No, that was it.
I was looking for a second one that explained the meaning of the first one.
It's
like a legend.
He's got his mom's name like tattooed on the
right,
other side.
I love mom. Right there, yeah.
Yes.
That's the real one I was looking for.
Tinnumeril will glance over at Connery kind of turning this body around and notice the marking. And can I make a roll for myths and legends?
Sure, go for it.
And that's, I'm assuming, all also still off of a D20.
Yes, D20 against your myths and legends.
Right, so that's a success. I'm a 12 in myths and legends.
Now, you know some things about things that you've heard before. Your best guess is this has some kind of cult notation to it. You're not really sure what specific cult. You haven't seen this symbol before, but it is like a practice, a branding, a kind of marking of allegiance. So that would probably be all that you would gather from your experience.
All right, so she says to the party, looks like he was in some kind of cult.
Kauska slides her, like, front of her body out of the cart, and you see Lucy and River next to her, so, like, all three heads are, like, piled out like this, because she wants to know what's happening. She doesn't say anything. She's just like, oh, I feel left out. Just laying there.
As Geyer's walking by with 4 of the bows after giving one to Belthus. While you're looking at it, is there anything worth selling? What was that weird bundle you took from him? A decent size to it. Might be worth some coin.
I would like to go ahead and open said bundle because he said it was wrapped in leather, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'll like to unwrap it slowly and suspensefully.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, so we got the slow, suspensefully opening of this bundle. You find 2 things. Number 1, you find a map. And number 2, you find an interesting broken piece of what looks to be the base of a statuette. It looks to be made of volcanic, like, dark stone. It was carved intricately, but it looks like just a piece. And I'll show you guys. I believe I have a handout. So the first handout I'm going to show you, I'm going to give this to you. This is the map that you receive when you open it up.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to zoom in on it and see it a little bit closer.
Ooh.
Okay, so this is the map that you receive. And the statuette piece looks like this. You can see it looks like a base with 2 armored clad feet. It looks to be like the bottom of a cape or a cloak.
Elphus, you had a statue?
And Geyer, for some reason, one of those, that goblin rider had 10 gold in its pouch that somehow you just find it. And also, Conry, as you were exploring this guy, there was 5 gold pieces on him thanks to chat. So Conry and Geyer, Conry, you get 5, Geyer, you get 10.
I'm just going to sort of glance around a little bit and slide into his pocket, hoping nobody caught him. I have to put the bows down, go get the 2 goblin short swords, then go to the other 3, because there were 3 in the back, right?
Yeah, there's 3 in the back. Yeah, they had both. They had all the same weapons. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Conry notices cheer. How many did you?
Sid, what?
How many bows did you find?
That's it. Total of 5. Well, I've got 4 left. I gave Belthus 1.
Do you mind if I have one?
No, 5 of them here. It'll be 3 gold.
I just happened to find 5.
Asuka goes to stop Geyer, and then when Conry says that, she just goes up.
Remember, Conry's young. He doesn't know what being Damned is.
Dwindled is.
This must be high quality. 3 gold is a lot.
This guy walking away looking at the 3 gold in his hand, trying to figure out what just happened. Just hands the 3 gold right to Kalska.
And I kind of put you
puts it
guys
away.
onto the larger map, so you guys should be able to see everything on Roll20 if you're looking in there. And I'll just like shift pin you where you guys are currently like located. So you're down here at the south end of the map where it says Drakmar Pass.
Nice.
That's where you guys currently are.
Cool.
So,
I messed something up and like was stuck on the map, so I'm glad to see it was you that did it.
DM question: when you tried to cast Sense Magic earlier, was that a like she cast it and it just failed, or you
she
advised not to cast it?
I just told her she probably need to be closer, and her character would know that, so I don't think she cast it. Yeah.
Okay.
Who had the statue?
Well, it's Connery just opened it up, and he's kind of like holding these things in his hand as you guys are seeing him kind of open all this.
I'm comparing the statue to Belthus' feet. They're both armored.
Mm.
It actually looks quite similar, to be honest. Belthus isn't wearing a cape or a cloak or anything, but the feet are similar.
Mystery, indeed.
Put him on the statue.
But, can I do a myths and legends roll to recognize this statue?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so I don't.
You're not really sure.
Alright, well.
The individual said something before he perished, didn't he? Sir Wolfkin.
What was the question?
I believe he said there's 4.
And he said something about an L name and a master weatherman or a.
Did some dragon emperor? I heard dragon in there somewhere.
I heard dragon as well. Sure, maybe this map will.
As the moment kind of settles, Conry, you remember now. It's hard to pull up the words because of you're scared, you're just frightened, you're still trembling a little bit from the whole Warg encounter. But you remember him saying to take it, and Leonara will understand.
That's right.
And then there's a message from Master Weatherman. Must find all 4 pieces. The secret of the Dragon Emperor.
I wonder if this cult of his that he's in has something to do with finding those 4 pieces and this Dragon Emperor.
What can you two tell us about it? Leonoranaya, or whatever her name is, sounds vaguely elvish.
Yeah, do any of these words ring a bell? Like,
I was just gonna ask, do I remember like story time from when I was a kid about anything? I mean, I'm still childish, like I'm still young, but
you can make a myths and legends roll if you'd like.
I'll do one. Sure.
That's a 1.
A 1. Oh, nice. And Belthus, you've also probably succeeded, right?
Yep. Not that well.
Okay, so you would have probably, Belthus, you would have probably heard something about this realm was once a great empire that worshipped dragons. There was a dragon emperor who was basically the leader of this realm and had set it free from a terrible demon, under demon rule for a long period of time, and he was able to rally the dragons to help and cast away this demon. His name was Eladane. Is the name that you remember with that role before. Now, Kalsika, you've heard legend through story time that that this Eladane, towards later in his life, became a little bit paranoid and decided to, through some sort of ritual, take piece of his soul and embed it into a magical sword by the name of Durman. Legend has it that this sword could be utilized to be very problematic to both demons and dragons, as he was paranoid from basically everyone. Rumor has it that the sword was sealed away, and that's probably all that you've heard about it.
Kalska's just petting Lucy and just goes, well, yeah, you guys know the stories. I mean, I know Miss Anne told us some weird ones, but...
Yeah, I rolled a 19. I don't know any stories. So.
the guy, Eladane,
elf magic cult.
He was just a paranoid smart man who had a cool sword.
Sword?
Yeah. Ooh, it'd be fun for you, because it's bad for... And Castlegan has to think for a minute longer. Not nice to demons and dragons. And it went missing and was probably hidden somewhere, and... Yeah, I don't remember what Miss Anne said, because it was always at bedtime, and she always waited till it was really, really late, and then I would fall asleep.
Sounds significant.
Not to push along the conversation or anything, but Honorary is still scared. Even though the Warg is dead, he still feels uncomfortable being around it, and it's like, can we move? Can we go?
Conry, you should come in the cart. It's much better in here.
Does anyone know if Warg is good eating? I mean, it's partially cooked.
It's smelly.
Yeah, I could get in there. Can I fit in there?
Not the whole thing. We point about it. He has swords with them. Hack a few pieces off.
It looks a bit foul, doesn't it?
Foul's a bird.
I sell hardtack. I'm not a farmer.
Tinnumeril looks around at her various tartaned, scared companions and just suggests, why don't we get a move on past this? I don't think anybody wants to eat the cooked warg, Geyer.
Conry hopping into the back of the cart, shaking his head drastically.
I'll poke my head out and I'm gonna look at Tinnumeril. Hold on. That was that was the right spelling? I'm pronounced? Okay. Look in her direction and be like, You have to teach me that spell that you did earlier. It's called
Fetch.
Fetch. My people love fetch.
Hey.
You can't see it, but you can hear something inside the cart. It's my tail wagging.
Very nice.
I can teach you fetch.
So as you guys gather up the cart and the donkey, where are you headed? You have now a map in your possession.
And we are in Drakmar Pass.
Yeah.
If no one makes
Drakmar
a
Pass.
recommendation, Gyra's just going to start heading to the city.
All right. So you're heading towards this a village called Outskirt, which really, as you're looking around, seems to be the only thing of any kind of sort of significant civilization on this map, which would make sense. The land has only recently been starting to be resettled from the orcs. So you guys are making your way in that direction, and I will say it will probably take you from Drakmar Pass. It'll probably take you 2 days to arrive. So that being said, you will get 1 full night's rest on your way there. So I believe a night's rest is you can remove a condition.
Okay.
And let me double check health. I'm not sure if you go to full or if you have to roll. Can't remember.
It's like multiple shift rests.
Yeah, it would be a shift rest, I believe.
Shift says during a shift rest you recover all your lost HP and
go.
WP and heal all conditions.
All conditions, great. Yeah, so you guys are all good. Yeah, you guys are all healed up.
Nice. Phew.
Hey, thank you so much, Heathen, for the follow. We appreciate that. Excellent. Yeah, so you guys feel refreshed. You're not scared anymore. You've had a day on the road. You've had a night's sleep, and you guys are heading towards the town of Outskirt. And I believe that is a perfect time for us to end our first session. Well done, crew. Well done. That was amazing.
Thank you.
That was fun. I had a good time. This is a fun game. Well, while we're still streaming, I did want to do advancement with you guys while everybody's watching. That way, if somebody's like trying to learn how to play Dragonbane, they can see how like your characters progress. So I'm gonna pull up the rulebook here. We have some questions to ask the group. And if
Real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
You.
Oh, yeah. Question. Because you said we took a shift rest, right?
Yes, it'd be a shift rest, yeah.
Okay. Reading from the rules. Magic tricks are easier to learn than real spells. It takes 1 stretch to learn a new trick from a teacher.
Okay. A teacher, I think there's a rule that they have to have a certain number in their spell casting to be able to teach it. I think it's like a 15 or higher. What is your mentalism score, Tinnumeril?
Let's see. My mentalism is 13. My willpower is 15. So I don't know what you're drawing on for that.
Yeah, I think under the rules of teacher, I think somebody has to have... Yeah, skill level is 15 or higher and exceeds your own. So in order to learn it from somebody, they have to have that 15 to be able to teach it to you.
Well, I'll have that probably pretty soon. So I can play fetch with our wolf friend very shortly. Probably another session.
But that's a good thing, yeah, because it is a lot easier like to learn certain things in this game if you have somebody that has the ability to teach it. So it's just really cool.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think we could like teach each other.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a good idea.
And I really like the idea of Tinnumeril like playing fetch with agree to teach him this skill while everyone else is just like, really?
So we have to answer a few questions for advancement. So you guys have already had some marks for demons and dragons ruled during the game. But now we have these. So anything you can answer yes to, you get to put a point next to one of those skills that you don't have a point next to right now. So you have, did you participate in the game session? Everybody, yes. Most certainly. You guys all participated very well. Everybody put a point next to something, one of your skills. Did you explore a new location? I would say you explored Drakmar Pass. So yes, you guys all explored a new location. Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries? Yes. You guys cooked a warg. Again. It only didn't happen 6 years ago? I think so. If you're tuning in right now and you want to go on our YouTube channel and watch the very first stream we ever did, that's the same thing that happened there. Did you overcome an obstacle without using force? I don't think we can answer yes to that one tonight. Not tonight.
I mean, I didn't kill an elf for using magic.
No, you're reaching for that one. You're reaching for that one, Mallard.
what was the exact question?
The exact question is, did you overcome an obstacle without using force?
Or all the times I fetched a knife, overcoming an obstacle without force.
I managed to collect a bundled up leather bundle without force. He died on his own.
You guys are all reaching. I'm gonna say no for everybody. Did you guys? Oh, and this is it says optional, but I'll try to use it. Did you give in to your weakness?
Both of mine.
Belthus definitely, I believe, because of charging right in and jumping in the way of everything. I would say yes.
It was definitely reckless.
I don't know what each of your, I can't remember what each of your individual weaknesses are, so you'll have to.
Mine is fear of magic. So there wasn't
magic
an instance to see it.
There wasn't too much on that. Not this time.
Yeah. And the other one is sleep outside. Child of the Wild. I don't sleep indoors.
Okay, yeah. So that was.
Yeah, did we sleep outside in our rest that we just did in between?
Yeah, it would be like camping out, yeah.
Would that count for Child of the Wild people? Not sleeping.
I think well, giving in your weakness would mean that you would have to like is like you're comfortable sleeping outside, so you'd have to like sleep inside and like struggle through it, right? Is that what would be giving into your weakness, right?
I think giving into your weakness would be more like everybody's sleeping inside and you
refuse.
You go outside. You're alone.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that seems to make sense to me too.
I don't think I did, because my only weakness is like thieving and kleptomaniac, and I didn't take anything from anybody this session.
You didn't really have an opportunity to this time.
So I'll take it.
Wait. So your weakness is kleptomania?
Yep.
Oh, I got my eye on you.
She tends to not deal with my friends.
So
also faint-hearted. I always stay in the back of the group.
Oh, you did that.
You did that, yeah. Yeah.
All right, so then I get.
So yeah, you get to put a point next to a skill, and then once you guys get all your points in place, then remember you have to roll a d20, and you have to get that number or above. I think it has to be above the number. The result exceeds, in italics, your current skill level. It is increased by 1 to a maximum of 18.
It has to exceed it.
It can't even meet. So if you have a 15, you have to get a 16 or higher, or the skill doesn't advance. Yeah, so the higher up you get in your skill, the harder it is to level up the skill.
This is the maximum.
I have 3, so we're gonna go.
Definitely Carrot Rope. It's a different game system. I've been enjoying it so far. I've been really excited about it. Just like trying new systems, trying new ways of playing playing games.
I got a tick next to my knives for that dragon I rolled.
Yeah, so you can roll one for that too.
Then I roll one for that too, so
Mhm.
okay.
That's real.
Real dice for this, because that's
Ooh, those
fun.
rolls are all pretty low. That's not good for this.
Alright, so I have knives.
Where'd I go? Boy.
Once again, those of you who are tuning in, thanks again. We're going to get ready to do our giveaway here in just a few minutes, so make sure you type in TPK into the Twitch chat to get yourself entered for the giveaway. We have a lot of cool goodies. Pathfinder's Battles miniature set with a lot of cool, gruesome bad guys for you to throw at your players at home. We have a Cardboard Castle Games dice rolling tray. You just snap it together and you're ready to go. We have a set of RPG dice ready to go for you. And we also have a handmade dice bag made by our very own Brittany. So make sure you guys get that put into the chat so you guys have a chance to win. We'll be giving that away soon. And unfortunately, there was no TPK tonight, folks. I'm sorry. I know what you all tuned in for, and I'm sorry.
Four advancement marks, all of them were fails.
All of yours were fails? Oh no.
Yeah. Not a single pass.
I only had 3, and I only got one of mine to go up, and it was acrobatics because I only have a 6 in it.
Well, there you, well now hopefully next time you'll be able to jump on that warg. Anybody else have any successes to advance?
I had like 3 successes this time
You
versus
did?
0 last time. That was good.
I succeeded on all of mine.
Very good.
Whoa.
I have a question. I have a tick next to my mentalism. Was that like a leftover from before? I didn't earn.
Unless if you didn't put a point next to it this time, then it was probably left over from last time.
Yeah, I was trying to remember because I don't think I did. I only put the one next to knives, I feel like.
Right.
Oh,
Or maybe I just...
Unless
Sorry.
you just put one from one of your questions next to mentalism.
Yeah, so maybe I'll just do that now. All right, thank you.
and we get, if we rolled a dragon or a demon, we roll an advancement.
On whatever skill that you had the dragon or the demon on, it automatically gets a tick.
Got
so
it.
that way you can roll. Yeah.
Okay, so that was
And each
my
skill can only tick
misfortunes.
once, right? It's like
Yeah, it can only tick once. Yep.
Right.
And then we have
No.
to hit above.
It has to be above the number. Yeah, it has to exceed. So did anybody advance anything to an 18? Is anything that high on anybody's character sheet? No. Okay. Because one thing we have to remember in advancement rules, if you hit an 18, that's the maximum you can get a skill in, and it unlocks a new heroic ability for your character when you reach a level of that. So we just got to keep that in mind too. Oh yeah, appreciate that comment, Doc. It's I'm really excited to play Dragonbane, and we're gonna be playing this as a regular stream. So we won't be live next week. We're gonna take the last Monday off, but we'll be back in 2 weeks. So make sure you tune back in and check out episode 2 as our party travels towards Outskirt. All right, did everybody advance? Excellent. Well, we're going to get ready to do our giveaway. And thank you so much for all the donations tonight, guys. You guys were amazing. We're almost halfway. And we're only at night 2 of birthday week. Oh, thanks for the follow, Doc. We appreciate that. Yeah, night 2 was a big night for us. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to get ready to do this giveaway. So if you are in chat right now, you have 10 seconds. Type TPK into the chat for our goodies. We get ready to send this giveaway to someone. Giveaway.
Michael, earlier, Mysticwater noted that because she donated, so she would get entered into the giveaway. I think it lands on her doesn't get it because part of Probofam. And when I was talking in chat about us trying to avoid a TPK, I think it accidentally entered me, and I do not want the thing I made back. As much as I liked it, I just feel like it should go to somebody else. So I'm also out.
Naturally, if it lands on either of them, I'll take one.
Take one.
All right, I'm gonna draw in 3, 2. Wait a minute. We just had a few more viewers come in. Type TPK, everybody, really quick. I'm about ready to pull this giveaway. Everybody coming in like cold turkey. They have no idea what's happening. They're like, "What is this? Dragonbane? I have no idea what this is." Proficiency bonus.
Just type TPK.
Just type TPK.
TPK to get prizes, guys. Let's go.
I'm giving away free stuff. If you want the free stuff, type TPK in. What's TPK mean? Don't worry about it.
I'll tell you later.
We'll tell you later.
It's what you just
did. All right, 3, 2, 1. Giveaway draw. Kobrek 2000. Congratulations. You've won our giveaway. Congratulations. If you're still hanging out with us, tuned in, make sure you send us you can either whisper proficiency bonus here on Twitch. I need to know your name and your contact information so I can make sure I can send this stuff to you. So if you can get on there and let us know your contact information, or you can email us at proficiencybonus@gmail.com. your shipping information, and we will get your winnings out to you probably within the next 2 weeks. Give me some time to get through birthday week here and all of our winners, and I'll get those get those winnings out to you. So congrats, Kobrek, and we appreciate you guys joining us for tonight. Remember, in 2 weeks we'll be back for episode 2, so if you want to come hang out with us again, play some Dragonbane, we'd love to have you. Anybody have any last minute announcements that we need to shout out before we go?
I leveled
Oh wait, we got 3 people with announcements. Go for it, one at a time.
I leveled persuasion from that.
There you go. Great.
So there's
we got that. And plug tomorrow night, Delve Requisite, 7 p.m. Tune in for some D&D 5e. Brittany will be there.
In a different wig.
In a different wig. 2 nights in a row.
The real hair, don't let her fool you. She dyes it every single day before
every single
stream.
day before stream. That's commitment right there.
Yep.
We're skipping next Monday, right?
Yep, next Monday we're skipping, and then we'll be back that following Monday. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next time, don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. What I'm